Hello, right 1060 awesomes. How we doing? Happy Monday. It's Monday afternoon, I guess already. Sorry about that. All right, so excuse me. It took me a little bit longer to kind of set for this week um, and talk about what we're going to be talking about this week because we're kind of turning a corner here. Reading over the excellent responses over the weekend. About sources as perspectives. You guys did a really, really, really good job. We talked about a little bit about the conversation, but we really kind of talked more about information literacy and using sources as perspectives and why those things are important. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about reading strategies to kind of help us turn this corner into thinking about research. So obviously you're watching the overview video now, but let's take a quick look kind of what's going on this week. And then I want to share one kind of important, not really, well, it's kind of a big change, I guess, a little bit for the course. So this week there's a PDF in our module this week called Reading Games, Strategies for Reading Scholarly Sources. If I can just please read this. It changed my life. I promise you, helps you think about, you get so much more out of your sources, get so much more out of your reading, and so much fewer time, right? A little smaller amount of time, fewer minutes. It helps you take a little bit of time before you read something. The rest of reading it is going to be, it's going to change your life. I promise you. Have faith in me. And then there's a little video. You click on the brainstorming thing that's kind of cute that we're going to kind of use this week. But anyway, all right, so watch the week 4 videos. Obviously, watching the overview video. I'll be back to talk to you later on in the week about reading games. I want you to kind of read through it, see what stands out to you. I'll talk to you about what stands out to me. In the reading games thing, obviously talks about joining the conversation. We've been talking about this. I'm going to kind of say what that means more specifically later on. And of course, I'll be talking to you about topic selection, and I want you to be thinking about that right now. And then this week's reading or this week's discussion forum or discussion posts, or obviously twofold this week. We're going to talk about. Let me go back to the things. We are going to talk about reading games and talk about how these reading strategies Rosenberg gives us are, like I said, they're life-changing for me. They were life-affirming. Made my life so much easier when it comes to reading scholarly sources, especially. So I encourage you, again, spend some time with that source this week. It is amazing. And then our discussion forum this week, and I'll talk about this more later, but concentrate on reading games. We're going to kind of do a two-for thing. So part of your responsibilities this week is to think about topics, number one. Number two, think about not only the strategies that you will incorporate, but then think about what kind of, that those topics lend themselves well to some of the reading strategies and thinking about these types of topics that we're going to be thinking about for project. For the project, the project for this course, which is the big research paper. So, and something else I'm going to kind of do too is I want you to kind of brainstorm ideas and think about topic selection. And we're going to form teams this week. Okay. I'm going to change this assignment and make it collaborative. Okay. So once we get through this week or we get to the end of this week, you guys are going to form teams. And we're going to kind of think about writing the research paper, the research proposal. We're going to do this more in a collaborative environment. I think the intention of it was supposed to be collaborative, and I think somewhere along the way I missed a memo. So, but I'm going to do it. I think we have a choice actually, but I think I've decided to do this more from a collaborative standpoint. You guys are working so well together, and I hate to cut that off. The conversation, the discussion, I think, especially now since we're completely online, everybody's online. I think that this team collaborative environment and using the discussion posts for you guys to collaborate as teams and do other things out there, you don't feel so isolated. So there's a host of reasons for me thinking about doing it that way. So don't overly concerned about that. It doesn't really mean anything. It obviously, if anything, it's you don't have as much to write by yourself. You get to write with a team. So that's good, right? So think about that. So we'll think about. So the topic ideas that we're going to talk about this, when you share your topic ideas and stuff like that, when you look at the week 4 discussion forum, which I'll be talking to you more about later this week, you'll see that we're going to group up on shared interests, and I'm not going to just randomly select you. So, but I'll be back to talk more about that. You guys just stay awesome. Just start reading games and start thinking about any topics that you're interested in, and we'll take it from there. You guys stay awesome. Bye.